thing where they do even no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, and people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live.
Lórí YouTube,
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. Please read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, share it, like it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, your frenemies, and tell them Mayegun to today.
Ìtìbò,
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Every evening you hear that Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. If you don't understand Yoruba, it simply means anything and everything that has to do with Godfatherism, not just in politics. They are ram to me.
Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn Raki.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki.
Some people will ask you, or they will actually tell you to support the government, work with them, and to make Nigeria better. Most of the time, those who are saying that to you, they were either naive, ignorant, or totally stupid. You can't help people who are deliberately destroying a country through their policies, selfishness, impunity. They bring shame upon the country, and all of us are being robbed in that debt. How do you explain this? That Tifnumbu wanted to go and host a business summit in Qatar. Meanwhile, Nigeria has no real business relationship with Qatar legitimately. One disgrace in Nigeria. And they cut across all tribes, ethnic, religious, and all of that stuff. That is why. So, normally, if you look at those who love Mayegun very well, these are people who have, at several times, disagrees with Mayegun until they realize that if you want to clean a city, you must be willing and ready to clean your family, starting with yourself. And that simply means he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Clean hand in this regard means wherever you see everyone or anyone that is contributing to this mess that you are seeing today, including those of you who are enablers. Okay? They should not be spared. It doesn't matter who they are or where they are from. And in my own book, I do know my audience. I know my audience. I know you very well, all of you. And how? I know that in this gathering, a lot of you have, even though we all agree that things are wrong with Nigeria, okay? However, somehow, due to your bias, this bias, or that person's prejudice towards that person, everyone has different solution. Fine. And because I know my audience very well, I also know that in this audience, that all of us pretend, or should I say, yeah, all of us, I'll use that now. All of us agree that these criminals that have kind of made their names and then a record or track records, not so all of us and all that, right? Somehow we also have the the mindset of cherry picking, to say this one is very bad. This one is bad. This one is not that bad. This one is not bad. So in my own book, Dere, every bad is bad. Because the journey that brought all of us to this divisive, almost perished Nigeria today, we all played a role. And that is why I do know that a lot of you love your Nigerian oppressors differently. There are those of you who are comfortable with religious oppressors. They are not the problem, Mayegun. Leave them alone. Face all these politicians. Let us talk about Buhari. Talk about Obi and all of that stuff. All right? There are those who will say, oh, leave him alone. He's a Yoruba man. Is he the only first Yoruba man that will shake it? You are talking to him because he's a Yoruba. Oh, shut up your mouth. It is because he's a Muslim. I know you don't like Muslim. I know you don't like Christians. I know you know that stuff, right? So people love their oppressors differently. So when I say something and people say, oh, I actually thought this guy gets sense, sha. Now he be say I don't touch some bad nerves in you. Something you never thought I kind of touch. Things you felt like they don't matter. That one no matter. Let us face the real one. Mayegun, leave that one. And that is why when you say you are Mayegun's diary political, please, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. And to me, they are unconditional. Do you understand? I do not sign a pact to spare anyone that I fit or deem fit sharing with you. So you may like me in the morning because I'm talking about somebody you don't like. And in the evening, I am talking about somebody you secretly like. And you are there now to turn to advisor on Mayegun's Diary Political. Don't touch that one. Leave that alone. Let me advise you. Tó o bá fẹ́ ṣorí burúkú, tó o bá fẹ́ ṣòfò dànù, call interpreter, tó o bá fẹ́ become unfortunate. Jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Everything you do here is, what do you call it? By your own consent. You can take them back. None of your advice on any topic that will tell me to, don't touch that, is not needed. I think I didn't warn everyone before that, right? I just thought I should say that for the sake of posterity, so that you won't be wasting your time here, okay? Because bí Nàìjíríà ṣe bàjẹ́, gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ. Ọkùnrin gan lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ, obìnrin náà lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ, ọmọdé lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ, àwọn àgbààgbà lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ. Bí Nàìjíríà ṣe dàrú, gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ. By our actions or inactions, our own secret closet impunity, and everything we secretly kind of abnormalities that we have somehow normalized, we all play the role. This platform is to help your conscience, to ask yourself, what is that thing you've kind of normalized? What is that thing you will argue to death? Simply because you have been so conditioned to think like that. kind of, a reformatting system. So we are not going to be friends if you have those things about Nigeria that you are not willing to unlearn. So again, I appreciate all the support, right? So let's get into tonight's chart. You know something? Eh? Somebody said to me, "Oh, Lowombe." You don't understand Lowombe. There are those who never really cared. You know that mentality of I better pass my neighbor. It's none of my business. At least I'm not one of those politicians. Okay? But at least I do kind of pay my way around, because Nigeria is so corrupt. If you don't pay your way around, you will not go anywhere. It's not my fault that Nigeria is corrupt now. It's my fault that like I said, your actions, your inactions, when it is time, you will know which role you are playing. You know what I mean? The role of look on me. What's my business? Today, a lot of you are beginning to know that now. Know now that everything that goes on in that contraption should be your business. You should be concerned, because from that your comfort zone, you will become uncomfortable when the shit hit the fan. Nobody is going to be spared. Not even me. Do you understand? But if you don't, it's okay. That's fine. Or how Nigeria got to this stage, either by your own actions or inactions. Your I don't care, or I better pass my neighbor. Or this idea of bamu bamu ni moyo. Bamu bamu ni moyo. Emi ò mọ̀ bébí ń pọmọ ẹnìkankan o. Bamu bamu ni moyo. That is, I am already bellyful. Who cares if somebody else is hungry? I'm all right. It's not my business that they are hungry. So why should that be my business? It's going to be everybody's business. Just kind of, don't worry. People used to live in denial of a lot of things until some reality begins to kind of set in. And you can't deny obvious. You can blame people. You can point fingers. So that's very convenient too. That is what your government is doing. All of you are talking bad about Nigeria. Can't you be patriotic? Meanwhile, they are using every resources that could actually encourage citizens to be patriotic for themselves. Left the population in penury, poverty skyrocketing. People are dying because they are hungry, right? But they are still asking them for patriotism. Why are you cursing your country instead of you to pray? Do you understand that? No. Now let's get to the business of the day. Okay? The business of the day is that some group of intelligent Lagos boys, they feel like it is time to take some foreign pictures again. Photo ops, where Kanu will be shaking people and they will be telling you investors are bringing money to Nigeria. Let me tell you something. One of the things that could have been an advantage of the Muslim ticket to give the impression to the Muslim world that they can trust Nigeria. But what they didn't tell you is that the characters that they popped up as Muslim, these are tainted, poisoned chalice associated with terrorism, drug running, money laundering, career in kleptocracy, kleptomania, ketifnumbu, and others like that. This kind of information, background check, are readily available. There is no amount of hijab or wrapping the head with bed sheets will make them believe you for who you are not. So Kanu went to Dubai, remember? He also, I think he went to this Qatar, Kuwait. He went to Saudi Arabia. All of this to show to them that he was telling them, Nigeria is ready. You went to UAE. Which airline, a business in their country, flying to your country, they have hundreds of millions of dollars trapped in your bank, not released. And you came with all these people to tell them that they should not worry. You are ready now. When you got there was when they now told you, this is why we caught the tie. This is why we caught the visa, because our businesses can't really survive if all countries are treating us that way. But if you can release all that money or show the true faith that you will release the money, like by releasing some of it, right? Yeah, we can begin the relationship. That is something that he was supposed to go and find out in Dubai. But that was what he went to find out. Now they turned around and announced to Nigerians that Dubai has lifted the ban. They thought Dubai or UAE is like Nigeria, where somebody can wake up from the wrong side of the bed and go to the office and say, I am banning importation of rice. Hello? Do you understand what that means? I don't care. Oh, yeah, ban. Oh, another, I'll unban it. Do you understand the policy of that ban is yet to actually take proper effect? Unbanning it is going to affect that ban. Yes, unban it. That's exactly the mindset they went to Dubai with. The normal information that should have been provided for the president of a country before you leave that place. They have done all of that secretariat work, all necessary information, including information on your hosts, their family, his wife, her husband, their children. You have all this information because they kind of open up like you have known them. They help ease up tension in the room because they are doing something about you. So when they searched about Nnamdi, what did they find? Nothing than his drug career. Nothing like anything relatable. So he went to Dubai to find out that they needed to do something before they can come and talk. Now, these characters, again, they wrote to... Now, this one I opened the leaked memo, by the way. You understand? As usual, people go they release all these things for us. It is a public document. We know still okay? This is the response to the secret request by Nnamdi's government to go and waste Nigeria's money in organizing what they call business and investment for... it was actually tagged as... what do you call it? It was tagged as promoting... Angono. I'll read down from the start anyway. Angono. They said the embassy of the state of Qatar in Abuja presents its compliment to the protocol department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria regarding the upcoming state visit of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tifnumbu, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, to Qatar from the 2nd and 3rd of March 2024. And with reference to your notes, blah, 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 which proposed holding a business and investment forum on the margin of Mr. President's visit to Qatar. Now, the embassy has the honor to inform that the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Qatar, apologizes that it will not be able to hold a business and investment forum as proposed by Nigerian side due to the following reasons. Something they should have actually found out instead of this international disgrace, okay, Nigeria. Unfortunately, there is no any agreement signed between the state of Qatar and the Federal Republic of Nigeria on investment, promotion, and protection. So we don't get any business. We are just in your country to collect visa money and at the same time to make sure that the interests of our citizens in your country and their businesses are protected. But we don't really get any deal with you people. So it's CLSNCC. The Minister of Commerce and, His Excellency, the Minister of Commerce and Industry will be carrying out official mission outside the country during the upcoming visit period. The state of Qatar will be hosting a web summit. They wanted to hold a web summit instead of hosting Kanu during the suggested period, and the state authorities will be preoccupied with this event. The embassy of the state of Qatar avails itself of this opportunity to renew the protocol department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria the assurances of his highest consideration that was sent to them 2 days ago. So how did he make it to the public? Don't ask me. It's already a public document. So you hear that? And that is just to tell them that, listen, we don't want to really do business with you. We're having a web summit where people are going to discuss web security and the web business opportunities and all that. We don't want to meet with you. Sorry. Tifnumbu went to Saudi Arabia. He wrapped, what do you call that white cloth again? Arami cloth. Is that not what it's called, right? He even performed some level of, display at, Kaaba. Went to Medina, went to all these places. So he returned back to Nigeria with zero investment. He went to UAE. They spent money. He was everywhere taking pictures. He was doing business forum. He was telling them, I just want to tell you that Nigeria is ready. Nigeria is ready. So I have all that video in that in this diary. If you go back to those dates, right? He left UAE with zero investment. But they kept lying to these Nigerians that Tifnumbu has signed this, has signed that, but nobody signed anything. Now people will want to borrow them money. Loan sharks were the only people that were following them about. Now the same Arab world, that Egypt went to. See Egypt, Egypt, the biggest economy in Africa after South Africa, I think. Egypt, went to the same Qatar. And Qatar businesses, they gave, see this as this whole crisis of financial crisis is all over the world. Say UK said they recession right now, or recession past recession, no. Sometimes it's better when you get recession in the UK than to be in recession or depression in Nigeria. You get what I mean? In Egypt, they are also having issue with this forex flow, inflow, and all of that. So instead of going abroad to go and borrow money, they went to abroad to the Arab world. They told them what they wanted to do, and they managed to attract investment of over $35 billion. Billion dollars. Look at my mouth. $billion. Billy? Not alone, no. Investment in Egypt. Kanu has been everywhere. So far, so good. He's managed to borrow at least $7 billion so far. IMF, World Bank, they are now the ones, right, holding their hands like puppet like that. Oh yeah, put on there. Put it here. Do that. Go. The shaggy that is still loading. You realize, okay, I'm coming to that. I don't want to deviate. So Kanu came back with zero investment, despite parading Muslim tickets, parading the Lagos boys, the city boys, parading the, what do you call them again? The experts. Because say Tifnumbu get highs for intelligent people. In all of that, shishi, because nobody want to give their money to, number one, the country that is harboring terrorists, the country that is nourishing and flourishing terrorism industry. The world knows, even the Arab world knows. Nobody really want to do that. Do you understand? To now finalize it, a drug dealer, documented drug dealer, heroin dealer, the Jagabanditi is your president. Come on, man. You don't need to actually stress it too much. But it's okay if you are having hope or this one. Hope is here. Food is here. Tell your children, hope is here. That's all you have. Vibes. And inshallah, continue to ask yourself, why is it difficult? How come? It's because people like Mayegun continue to talk bad about it. It's not me. I'm not the drug dealer. No, it's not me. Honestly, like how could it be me? I'm a victim, for God's sake. Like, Abi, I'm a victim. Look at me. Look at you. We are victims, huh? I didn't push drug. I didn't rig elections. I don't have dementia. I'm not, see, it's not me. Their actions are these are things that are bouncing back. I am a victim. We are victim. Help us. Please, world, help us. That's what we should be doing. You should be everywhere and say, anywhere you find yourself, you just scream, help me, help me, help me. And if they say, what's wrong with you? You just say, well, because I'm from Nigeria. Help me, help me, help me. You say, why? But what's going on? You all right? So no, I just thought you don't understand. Like,
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me, help me, help me, help me.
It should be us. But you are there pointing finger at me that I am the one alerting the world of what they already know, when we are all victims, for God's sake. I'm not going to play victimhood, but I'm just going to keep pointing all this out for posterity's sake. So they don't want to meet with a Kanu. Go and do your homework well, and you can come to Qatar for vacation. Nobody's going to give you their money. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe some people can come around if they can see what they can loot from Nigeria, natural resources wise. And they can come around like a deal. For example, deal like using your crude oil, $12 billion worth of crude oil. In 5 years' time, that $12 billion worth of crude oil is going to be worth $36 billion worth of crude oil. That's how much it's going to be in 5 years. I'm a speculator. I just speculated that now. That's what it's going to be in 5 years, the worth. Or some people will give them $2 billion, which they don't steal already. Then they will give them another $1.3 billion. And they said they should pay them back. If they don't pay them back in 5 years' time, they will take the crude oil. $36 billion worth of crude oil. About now. So I will continue to point that out, because they are the real enemies. Okay? But yeah, going forward from the same indecisive, inefficient, I'm looking for all those in adjectives with incompetent characters who are taking or making decisions that are that keeps affecting the lives and livelihood of millions of people, right? You remember when they came in and it's like subsidy was gone. There was actually no real plan. Can you believe that? Like somebody just came and said, well, it's gone. They were like, what you just did now, Baba, you just kind of declared sort of a fatwa, like death on all Nigerians, so Baba. Is it that serious? It's very serious. So entire time is all in chaos right now. Things are like escalating right now. Things are going like mad. Okay, what do you think we should do? I don't know. I think because you make a very good decision, sir. That's a very, very strong, bold decision, sir. So we are not going back on that. So what do you think we should do for them so that they cannot? Maybe we should tell them that we'll give the poorest of them money. So to calm them down. Maybe we should give them food. Right. That's a brilliant idea. But some of them are going on Christmas, New Year. Maybe we should pay their transportation. Oh my God. You are a genius. Yes, that's going to be our plan for removing subsidy. Then everybody is waiting for the policy that will now make them sort of not feel the effect of subsidy removal. They are still waiting. They are still waiting till now. Because there was never any plan. It was the same thing. Gang. They don't remove Azumo, the president of Niger Republic. Bah. Kanu. What's that? Who is that? Baba, they don't remove a president of Niger, sir. Breaking news. Call me the move tanky. We are going to start war with Niger. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. They started moving tanks to the border of Sokoto. Immediately. He started feeling like a jagun. He started feeling like a soldier. A relic, they dragged him into a house. They said it's a ECOWAS house in Abuja. And he started rolling out sanctions. Time will you, for God's sake. Baba, we are not talking about South Africa. Niger said, Niger, your neighbor, the one that they born before you. Nigeria. 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 Anyway, it doesn't matter. Baba, which side of the bed did you wake up from? They started grandstanding. Oh yeah, cut off electricity. What? Did you think this through? I was here. Abobakus, they were watching me like you are watching me right now. They said I didn't know what I was talking about. Shut up your mouth. Nigeria is more powerful than Niger. They started comparing the soldiers in Niger with soldiers in Nigeria. They started comparing, they said Nigeria have fighter jets. Niger doesn't have. They said Nigeria have tanks. Niger doesn't have more than 2. Nigeria have this. They started they didn't know that the real war is not physical. Now hunger. They didn't know. And we were telling them, have you considered this and that? They don't remove subsidy and you want to develop a war. Did you think of this and that? Shut up your mouth. We know you are not a patriotic Nigerian. We know that you always don't like Nigeria. Instead of you to support Nigeria, they're not going to shoot one gun, no. Before all of them begin to scream of hunger. Oh, they mark everybody. You go enter, even you, where's a bit type? To tell Mayegun to shut up your mouth. I scream, we will be a grip. War of hunger. Or was the war of weapons law? Did you understand that they said there is no bomb that can bomb away hunger? Kosi? Just 6 months after. They suffered it in Niger too. But instead of that, to neutralize these revolutionaries in Niger or the coup plotters in Niger, the revolutionaries, it escalated that they got support from their own neighboring brothers, and they also got support from outsiders too. They called the bluff of Nigeria. Very soon they are about to dredge River Niger. They will block it. Shebi Boko Haram, they blow all your transition line, blow up all your Shiroro and the rest of them. There will be no water to water anywhere anymore. Now then you go come know say you don't murder the mother that murdered your mother. It isn't a joke. You were expecting bomb. You were expecting. They said we will take Niamey in 4 hours. I won't weary. You were typing. But they have no idea where all this came from. Now them come they talk say, this Tinubu, he no plan and well. He is even fighting in J. I say, Baba. Now hunger they reformat your brain. Abi ori to back gate man or twice a day, like a dead clock. You know, dead clock can be very useful twice a day. If your clock stop at 2 o'clock, there will be 2 o'clocks in a day in 24 hours. 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sure you get. So now you know say it is not by how much private fighter jet that you have, how much soldiers that you have. Is actually the Okpakpa Ebi Pani Alakpadupe, Ebi Alakpadupe. Look at it today. They came together and said, what happened is that we didn't think this through. We should have treated ourselves as brothers. We are actually brothers. We should not be fighting. This issue, you know, sometimes, right? There are some things that they say, if you are a very angry person, we always love we always love a force of violence to resolve things. If what do you call a Kanu do in English? Stinking ant. That's not the name. Now me call that, but it's a very stinking one. But more will use termite. You know termite that where they eat chop wood. Termite we go chop wood to sawdust. If termite land on your bula, come clip on together like this. That's the moment you know that violence doesn't resolve everything. sometimes we need to kind of use peace sometimes. Yeah? And that's exactly what the big brother, big for nothing brother Nigeria, who wanted to fight French war, the Western war, for them, didn't think. They didn't think that through. Sanctions, skinny con, we are bigger than them. We are shaking it. They said it's soldier hanty. Have you seen soldier hands before? Even the name soldier ant, ordinary ant self, nice. Con had soldier. They have very much chopper, stinger at the tip of their face like that. If they cleave this yogbula, Baba, you go no say, sometimes we need to gently resolve issue. Because you have to stay still. Don't move. Don't blink. Stay there. We are getting there. And at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a man. I don't know how it's going to be for a woman, okay? So you get what I mean? They were fighting somebody else's war. It wasn't ours. They didn't think it through economically, right? The economic documented transaction between Nigeria and the Niger Republic, is less than it's less than 200. Sorry, it's actually less than $500,000 a month. Something that is so far less than $6 million. Some said maybe $20 million approximately. But it is a crucial one, as they are using Nigeria airports to clear their own goods into their country. Yeah, they are not so dependent on importation, by the way, right? But as they are using Benin Republic, Nigeria borders or ports to bring in things into their country, right? They are supplying Nigeria in mass, in foodstuff, livestock, and others, like in mass. Some people said they are the 37th state of Nigeria, by the way. To the point that some of these Sharia states that actually so shared border with them, they consider people from Niger as their cousins. Nigeria has been ruled by a Nigerian before. Yeah? Bokuwari in Papana from Niger. Baba Onikpekpeye. Quack, quack, quack. Dog seller. Yeah, in Papa stroll from Niger. Enter Daura. Come meet Salamatu, who is also, I don't know where she's from, but she was there in Daura. And that was where they based. Baba Onikpekpeye. Now, Omo Baba Onikpekpeye from Niger, he ruled you twice. Because they consider themselves as Nigerians and they are cousins. Some of them have your voter's card. They have your passport. They have your, what else? Driver lines. All you have. Some of you don't even have. They do have them. Seriously, facts. How could you just declare war on them? Just like that? It was very bad at the time. The implication of that is that it brought more bad blood. That's exactly what happened. It brought in more bad blood. They didn't think it through. So today, they decided that since this didn't work, this didn't work out. So what we're going to do is that we need to reverse it. So Kanu, at their meeting today, had this to say.
Times like this, currently, we face in our sub-region demand that we take difficult but courageous decisions that put the plight of our people at the center of our deliberations. Democracy is nothing more than the political framework and the path to addressing the basic needs and aspiration of the people. This is why we must re-examine our current approach to the quest for constitutional order in 4 of our member states. I therefore urge them to reconsider the decision of these 3 nations to exit our home and not to perceive our organization as the enemy. Of course, we are not the enemy. I am confident that though our collective efforts and determination, we will navigate the challenges before us and chart a new course towards a more peaceful secure, and prosperous West Africa.
Like I said, no be everything gra they resolve. What they should have done months ago, they didn't. It's now what they are doing. And we hope it brings stability, prevents war, and our people can actually enjoy their God-given resources. That's just a prayer, by the way. No wonder they first sent the president of Ghana to go and meet that guy in Burkina Faso. We are sorry. We're going to make an announcement in Abuja tomorrow.